Hi, I'm Jean and Jean-Go, and I'm today talking about the carbon dioxide emission for my first capstone. Um, the carbon dioxide emission is a quite well-known topic uh, for the global warming and stuff, um, and and because it's the topic that how to handle those data and then show up through. So I think it is a good idea to handle very well-known factor for my capstone. So basically, I've gathered those informations from the World Bank, and and because I've just grabbed many other data for this related information. For the other information, I've used the one is NASA, and the other website was the Climate Gov for the informations. Um, Especially for this capstone project, main point was for handling the data from many sources to the similar format. And I was using, so these are the data sets I have the accumulated and then managed. And through managing process, um, basically the main part was just changing the data information to the correct format. Some of them is easily handled. Some of them are not. Basically, some of them has the just the number format for the data information. So I have to change the data information to the string and then data format again. And also some unnecessary data has been trimmed off. Some of data has the different structure. For example, the year information has been um, on top. So I also just uh, had to make those year information to the column side, and then separate through the just grouping by the country information for especially for the CO2 emission data set. So those are being handled through the Python. Um, it is just having a chunk by chunk um, code sets for handling each individual data set. So it is kind of messy, but in the end, I was just using uh, the Power BI as my presentation tool. So um, uh, forgive about those the messy code. Starting from here, we have seen I can see the CO2 emission for the yearly base is gradually increasing significantly, and also this is the because it is emission by the year. So if the global ecosystem can handle those emission properly, so it wouldn't be a big deal. So I also take a look at the actual amount of the carbon dioxide in the air, and then this is the graph, um, and it is also significantly increasing. So 300 to 400, like it one third. And also this increase is a very weird condition for the centuries because the data set that I have now, is showing only through the 1950 to current, but the previous decades and centuries, um, it just fluctuated, but not increasing this type of gradual increase. Um, so what's the problem? Of course, the temperature itself. The carbon dioxide is a well-known factor for the global warming, and it is just because the scientists told that the CO2 is a factor of the global warming. So I just show the changes of the global temperature changes by the ocean temperature, but it doesn't mean that it has a direct relation. It could be by something else. For example, just a tendency for the temperature change, uh, but still, because it is a known factor that the carbon dioxide affects to the global warming, so I'm just showing the indicator how it is changing by showing the ocean temperature. Um, why the CO2 emission is growing very significantly? Um, I'm just trying to show by the country based on global the CO2 emission through the years, and then so many other countries is showing just a flat graph compared to the others, other than the China and some of the Europe countries. And these are the different indicators. So let's just think about the Europe. And basically, the high-income countries show more emission and sort of thing. So can we blame those countries? Let's make a rank. And this is the rank that we can see through the years. In in 18th, only the United Kingdom is showing the emission. Maybe because it is it isn't because the industrial revolution um, has been triggered by the United Kingdom, but also the United Kingdom is the only one who is counting their emission for a long time. So, so here it is starting to show some other countries as well, but the amount is very rare. It's not very significant. While still United Kingdom is just uh, overwhelming the other countries. It goes until 1872, 76, 78. Now it is United States just following, chasing up to here, and eventually at 1894, the United States just take the first place from the United Kingdom, and now let's go more, still keeping going on the United States, and voila, the China all of a sudden just chasing the other countries and then took place the first one in 2006. 2006. Now the gap in between the first place and the second is getting even bigger and bigger. And now we are having this kind of So China is the problem. Can we say that way? Um, this is just exaggerated by the country, but if we just take a look at the actual emission um, through the years compared to the current emission, let's check through. So this is the emission in 2022, which is the most up um, front data, and compared to this, the previous year's amount is nothing, nothing, nothing. Even when the United Kingdom was governed all the countries' emission, still it is just a dot until, let's see. So there are points it is growing, and it is kind of, I guess it is after the World War, it is keeping going, and now the increase is significant and growing up and up and coming to today. So it is not about the one country or one part of the area problem, but it is just because the people getting well-being. Um, I brought up additional indicator, which is population. So the main reason can tell, I can tell is the population growth. And in here, I've carefully just sized up to the, this is the, by the way, this is the population. The red one is the CO2 emission, and then the on top was, as we've checked, the amount of the the carbon dioxide in the air. Um, as you can see, this starting point from 1960 is 2 billion, and then now it's uh, more than 4 billion in here. So it's kind of more than doubled, like 2.5. And the emission starting from 1960, and then it started from around less than half ton, while this one now is indicating more than 0.2 tons. So it's almost um, 5 to around it 5 times more, while the the population has grown around double. So it is not just the population, but also some other factors. It could be the gasoline cars or the electricity usage, and some more. Um, so that's the two other factors that I just wanted to go further about the vehicle, the global vehicle usage and global electricity usage. Uh, but I couldn't find the proper data set for those. So, and then because this is the flow of the finding out the information through the data set. So I'm not going to go that further. What I could have found though is the energy source that we are using um, through the decades. And as you can see, the red parts, the red lines and solid lines are uh, the the energy resource that can generate the carbon dioxide, while the dotted one is some others like renewable energy or solar energy or sort of thing. While the data set is showing um, from the 1950, it is significantly increased for using the oil and the gas, and the oil usage is a kind of um, reduced its speed, but the gas is even more increased. I guess it is because the shale gas has been developed in the United States and it was used. So, um, so in this kind of data shows that, um, let me just stop thinking about the electric vehicle usage or some other indicators to check more because the energy resource and by itself is indicating the the actual amount of the carbon dioxide emission very well. And currently, what we need to do is to increase this kind of energy source that is not emitting the carbon dioxide more and more to the next decades. I'm going to wrap my capstone at this moment, and thank you for listening.